Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. J, and I will be talking about in this video a little bit more about the interview, the super long and interesting interview that Ibai Llanos made to Sergio Ramos last night, because he was pretty much talking about a lot of things surrounding Real Madrid, but also he spoke about his former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo and the possibility that he could return to Real Madrid. But it's not about that. The way he spoke about Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, it was to refer to his departure from Real Madrid and the way he made it. And if you heard the interview of Sergio Ramos when he had to speak about that, to me, he smacked to Florentino Perez. I mean, I'm going to tell you, and I quote here, I'm going to tell you what he said so you guys can have an idea more or less about how the things went on in this talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, Sergio Ramos said, I would have never ever let him go to any other team. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the best players in history, in soccer history, and of course you have to give everything you got in order to retain to this kind of players in your club. On the other hand, I think that Cristiano Ronaldo earned the right to decide, because he's the kind of player who is the best every single weekend. I mean, he's scoring all the time, he's all the time the best player of the team, he's the GOAT actually, so he earned the right to decide his future. So to me, he didn't blast it to Florentino Perez directly, but to me, in a certain way, he was pointing his finger to Florentino Perez. I mean, if you say that you would never ever let him go to any other club, is because you're saying that the fact that Florentino Perez let him go is because he didn't something right. I mean, he made a mistake actually. So I'm okay with that. I mean, I do agree with that. I have to be honest here at this point and say that I do agree with Sergio Ramos. I would never do that. I mean, you cannot let go to a player like Cristiano Ronaldo when he is arguably the best player in Real Madrid history, and also the best player in the world, the best player in soccer history, whatever you want to call it. But you cannot let him go just because the policy of the club says that when a player turns 30 or 31 years old or something like that, you cannot offer more than 1 year contract, or say, for example, that Florentino Perez didn't want to accept the proposal of Jorge Mendes to pay more salary or whatever it is, because we still don't know what was the real reason why Cristiano Ronaldo, left Real Madrid. We still don't know yet. But anyway, doesn't matter. You cannot let him go. It's the same example to me like in the Chicago Bulls in the 90s with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. It happened the same. I mean, you can let them go, but you will have to accept the consequences of that, because you have to be realistic and say, no, we really depend, we are really relying on these guys to win every single year. And Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo Messi, and all these players is the same thing, man. I mean, they are literally winning games for you. They alone, without the rest of the team, without help, they are able to win games and win trophies and score 50 goals per season. So you cannot treat these guys like any other single player, and they know, and the rest of the squad is going to be okay, because they know that this guy is completely different to the rest of the world and he has to be treated properly. So I do agree with Sergio Ramos, but now I would like to know your thoughts about that. What do you guys think about Cristiano Ronaldo's departure? It was right, Florentino Perez did it right, he made a mistake. What are you guys thinking about that? Just comment in the section below, and of course subscribe to this channel, Real Madrid Hub.